everyone. Good morning. It's your girl Mirabal Izzy, reaching you live from Srtv studio here in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory. And I have with me here in the studio already Asaba. Good morning, Asaba.
Good
How are you doing
morning,
this morning?
Mary.
Good
Good
morning,
morning.
Mary. My name is Benji Benitier, SRTV Asaba.
My name is Evelyn Leo, Srtv Asaba.
So what's the secret? This one, the both of you are shining this morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm okay. Just,
Really?
just the cold weather. It's cold already. Honestly, the weather is just
What
too
is the
cold.
reason for the shine?
I said it's just the cold weather. Maybe that's what's
It's
helping me to
hot here
shine.
anyway.
Really,
It's
that's
hot here.
Nigeria.
It's hot, yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Although it's been cold this morning, I was even thinking
Every,
it's going to rain. But
everything is
I don't
hot.
know. Okay. Okay, it's
Well,
Wake Up Nigeria show on
Even
SRT. It's Wake Up Nigeria show on SRTV, and today is 27th of February, 2025. We are moving forward. Can you agree with me that we're moving forward to positivity,
we're
though,
moving
of
forward.
to a
course.
positive life? Okay,
Of
Yes.
so today we
course.
have this amazing topic we want to
We must survive.
discuss: freedom and safety. And we are basically focusing on our country, Nigeria, as usual. So when you talk about freedom, do you think we have freedom in Nigeria? Are we safe as a people living in this country? But before I delve into this topic properly, I want to throw this to Sir Benjamin. Do you really think in Nigeria there is freedom and
Yes.
safety? Okay, what can you say about it?
Well, it depends on the angle you want to take it from. Freedom of movement, or freedom of speech, or freedom of association. These are aspects that are ingrained in the Nigerian Constitution. But
Uh,
freedom, yes,
okay,
freedom,
not
you
it.
have to be very careful how you define your freedom, because your freedom ends where my own begins. If you think because it is in the constitution that there is freedom of speech, then you abuse
Basically,
me, I can take you to court.
basically, I would say they are linked to each other. You understand? Because
Yes,
to me, when there is no
freedom and
freedom, there still can't be safety there. So if you say freedom, if you don't have freedom of speech, we do have freedom of movement. Are they not still the same? Can you be will you be in a society whereby
well,
you can easily
there's freedom.
move around but you cannot speak? It means you are restricted to some things. There are some things we are not allowed to do. So freedom generally is what I'm asking. Do you think in Nigeria, as a
Okay,
citizen, this country, we are free to do whatever we want? I know that we every place or every country has their own constitution, right? That they ought to obey,
yes.
regardless of our constitution. The things that
Well,
we know that they stated
yes,
that we can.
I don't think
You said
yes, I
what?
don't think there's any part anywhere in the world. I said I don't think there's anywhere in the world you have anything like. Eh? Apart from what is stated in the constitution, I don't think there's any part anywhere in the world you are free to do anything you like. So the freedom has its own restrictions. You are free to move about, but you cannot come to my house because you are free to move about without invitation. And especially if I don't know you. So these
But
are
can
some
you
of the
agree with
things
me that?
that we should take into consideration.
But can you agree with me that there are some things that they say we are free to do, whereby today we are not free to do it? If we are really following the constitution,
Yes,
there are some
yes,
things we are supposed to be free to do, but we are
yes.
not free to do it today. So why? Why are we limited to do some things?
I agree.
Why are they
I
stopping us to
agree.
do something? I know that, just like I said earlier on before you continue talking, I said every country has their own constitution that they ought to obey.
Yes.
Definitely, nobody's above the law. That is why we've got laws, right, in the country, and you cannot be supreme over the law. There's this law that we ought to obey. We have to follow the rules and guidelines guiding us as a
Mm.
people. But there are some things that they state that we can do as people or as citizens of this country, but today we cannot do it. Why is it like that?
Well, they say the law is for everybody, but there are some people who are above the law, which is not supposed to be so. That is because we are all human beings, and because of some kind of respect or fear we have for some people, they seem to be above the law, which is not supposed to be so. In that case, it is not the constitution that has that has barred us, but we ourselves are checking ourselves.
It also
Okay, thank you.
circulates the use of power, because in situations like this, there are power abuse, the fear of being abused, because there are people who are on top of higher power. So you cannot freely speak because you are scared of the outcome. If you go around on social media now, what you hear everywhere is allegedly. Whenever anyone wants to speak, they will first of all use the word allegedly. I heard this thing. That is what
But
is
just
going on now on social media.
let's forget about social media. Can we agree that if we want to talk about social media, do you know that the Nigerian social media is too toxic? That space is toxic. Where they will bring one
Very
person that they
toxic.
will Nigerian social media is toxic. I don't like to even talk about it. You understand? Whether they allegedly or not, they will make somebody to even deactivate the person's account because they will come for
Yes.
somebody. Sometimes we leave our own personal problem to throw people on the media. So if you want to talk about Nigerian social media, forget about it. That is why they even put that law that we don't have freedom of speech. Because are we going to start talking about bloggers that cooked up stories that are untrue just because they want to gain followers? You understand? They know
Followers,
that
yeah,
these
you're right.
things never happened. They make it look like real. And Nigerians, God, even Nigerians that really do not want to know whether it's true or not, we go there and start dishing out rubbish on the page just to insult or bring down somebody. So that is not even what I want to say. Where I'm driving at, right, is now we have our prisons in Nigeria. The Nigerian prison is there, where there are people that will go there and they are being treated specially. And some people are there suffering. Then do you know that there are people in prison that are there not because they committed any crime, but because we could not really investigate properly to know if they are faulty of why the reason why they are there. You understand? And because you don't
That's
have
the reason
Yes.
why I said abuse of power.
yes,
Because
and
it's
because you
people
don't
who are in higher position that actually have the power, like to send someone into prison, and the other party might be of a lower rank and can't do anything about it. So the abuse of power is something we really need to look into. Because if you
that's
come
what
to
I'm
the area of press, there is no press freedom. Journalists today, they are still facing harassment. They are still being harassed and arrested. So there's no freedom. Nobody can do anything freely. We don't have freedom in Nigeria 100%, I would say.
yes, it looks like people want to subject you, right? Not to be able to
Yeah.
come up and do what you need to do. Now, people want you to live your life according to how they want it to be. They want to run your own life for you, which is really not good. Now, that like just like what you were saying, very dark man at a point started pointing out some of the things that some of the evil practices we never knew happening in the country. Like, do you remember Risky went to prison and how he had his own special prison? Because to me personally, that is not a prison. How he was being attended to specially. Okay, that thing came up till today. Did they still follow up on that matter? Do you know that after that time, did you hear anything again? Did you hear anything after
Nothing.
that period?
We
So
are,
that
we are still waiting.
Nothing. He came
waiting
out of
there,
prison looking like
We
someone
are
went
still waiting.
for vacation.
Eh?
Looking like
waiting
someone
for
went
somebody
for
that is not in
vacation.
Nigeria. Waiting for somebody that is not in Nigeria. How?
That is the typical Nigerian situation for us. They,
So
they, 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 they make it lie low so that at the end of the day, people will forget and will move on. That is how it is in many situations in Nigeria. People keep quiet. I mean, after the initial heat and all that, people the thing will die down and they will say, "Don't worry, give it some time." People will forget about it, and that is
okay, so
the situation in
why is it
many
that
many cases in Nigeria.
With
why is it that
how
the
the
one
whole
that
thing happened, you will know there is a strong backing. There is a powerful force behind him. With how everything just died down.
I'm not saying that people that actually stand up to fight for their country, to speak or to actually express themselves as regards maybe evil practices in the country, maybe even right from the time of the old, if they have not really been fighting them. We've got our great leaders that went to prison that stayed there for years. We
Mm.
could actually know about it. It did not just start today. But I felt like for these people to have gone to prison, stayed for some time in order to fight for freedom of their country, then today we are coming out to celebrate independence. Other African countries have their own independence, but we are still not independent. So why are we celebrating independence if we are not independent? Then if we as a people
Well, they don't.
to power, expecting that, because if democracy is government of the people, by the people and for the people, it means we put them there, right? Then they should rule us and be accountable to us. Let there be a level of transparency on how they do these things. And if you come out and seek for communication, let's know what you people are doing. Why is this thing not moving? Then you see yourself in a big mess. So you cannot come out to really speak. And tomorrow, when there's another election, they still expect the same people to come out and vote for them. So why do we only get close to our leaders only during the campaign? Why is it that it's only during the campaign that these people bring themselves so close to us?
Because they need something from you. They need your votes.
That is it. And that is the only time you go to them too, because that is where you need their vote.
I'm not saying that
when you vote them into power, you cannot reach them anymore.
I'm not saying that we as Nigerians are perfect. You know, when you hear the word freedom, safety itself is big. Safety, I'm not only coming out to talk about the insecurity in the country. No, that is not only the safety I'm talking about. Now, we all know that we have these safety rules, like maybe the lights you normally see on the road, on the express, right? Where you need to know when the driver should wait, when another person will come and pass, then when it's your own time. You know the rules of those lights. Now, can we still understand that? Can we still believe or accept that even our Nigerian drivers don't keep to those laws?
Yes,
They
they
don't
do.
keep to it. They don't. I know what I'm saying.
They don't.
They
I
don't
mean,
keep to
that is, they don't. They don't. They don't.
Yes, they don't. And if you manage to say you want to actually arrest them for disobeying that particular law, they are not scared because they feel like they can pay you off and continue doing what they are doing. So why don't we have, I'm not saying we should be too rigid, but there are things that we should not neglect, because by so doing, by them not always keeping to these laws, it leads to accidents. Because some people will feel like, okay, because the traffic lights, okay, these people, they are not to beat it, let me cross. And maybe when you're trying to cross, the other driver is coming with speed, and by so doing, I know how many lives have been lost because of this a kind of disobedience from our drivers. So Nigeria generally, despite the general laws whereby I know that we are not safe in the country, killings and everything, even the normal laws that they're asking us to obey, we don't even obey it. We don't. But how can we obey it whereby the people that we are supposed to be accountable to can be bought? If you can buy somebody, can you obey the person? If you disobey this law and you are
So
being,
many people feel there is no law in Nigeria.
There are
yes, if
laws.
I,
There are laws. It's just that the implementation of these laws is where the challenge is. Like the traffic light you are talking about. You know, in similar claims, what they have a device where if you beat the traffic light, there's somebody watching somewhere who will immediately alert whoever, and you get arrested. But I don't think we have such
No one is watching.
such things here. So that is why if the law is slack, that is, people will now take advantage of it and do whatever they want to do. That is the challenge we have.
now let me tell you, most times we have our security personnel. You see them standing at the front of that traffic light, making sure that people don't beat the traffic. But you still see the ones that will disobey, they will go. And what do you want those people to do at a point? I feel like they are now too weak to even start fighting, to start pursuing these people because they've already run past them. But I feel like I wish there's a law whereby if you do this thing, we can actually track it, which I heard though, I don't know, but that you can actually track these cars if they beat the law. Maybe when they are going to renew their paper or so, then you can actually fish them out. But at the end of the day, I feel like maybe they pay them off, and that is why they cannot obey them. We have a lot of things that are going wrong. These things that we feel like they really do not matter. They matter. They matter a lot because I don't believe that when you go to these foreign lands, people behave this way. It's just so bad in Nigeria. Whereby we disobey and we
Yes.
feel like it's a normal thing. I want to really show that I am in Nigeria. I am stubborn. I cannot obey people. I can do things on my own. Because you see that a fellow human being will kill their fellow human,
Maybe
and
the system is already compromised. It's already, some of these drivers, they even do the wrong things, and our own security allow them to go scot-free because they know what they get. They take bribe.
No, that is if you bribe somebody, you're not going scot free. You are paying something. Something is coming out of your pocket, so it is not. You are not going scot free. So
From their crime,
if you have it,
they are supposed to face punishment. So
yes.
they are going scot free from the punishment.
If the fine is supposed to be 100,000, then because you think the person in charge will take 50,000 and let you go, even the 50,000 is some money. So it's not as if you go scot free like that.
If they haven't given fine of such amount, I think the issue of disobeying will be less.
Yes.
They,
Let us take the example of Asaba, the Okoa police, so to say. They are very active on Summit Road, and everybody knows that if you beat the light on Summit Road, they are there waiting for you. They block the road and drag you out of the traffic, drag your car out of the traffic, and you go for it. If you want to compromise them, you pay less. But if you want to prove that you didn't do anything, they take you to their office where they give you a bank account number where you pay the fine into. So that is the only place that it works. The other places where you have traffic lights, sometimes some of them are not even working. So that is the way it is.
Is it that Nigeria is too big and cannot be controlled? No, we are problems. We are starting the problem. I'm trying to see. Let's know why these problems keep increasing. Why is it not getting better? This is like our show where we are talking about Nigeria, right? And their problems. So let's see. Is it that maybe the country is too big and cannot be controlled, or we are
it's not even the country, it's the population. The country can be big and there will be small amounts or small number of people, but it's not the country as a whole being big, it's the population. Nigeria is overpopulated.
Are we more populated than China?
That is one thing. China is more civilized.
That is it. How did they begin? They started from somewhere, and until we believe that we can do it, we will not get there. And you see, Nigeria is supposed to be a federation. If you know how a federation is run, not the way we are running it. The way the federation is run now, it's like a unitary system. Everything is coming from the federal government. Give the states their freedom, and from the state to local government, the things will move better. We are not supposed to be running a unified police force. Let the state have their own police force, and some of these things that are happening will be curbed. So a lot of things are not in place. If we are a federation, let us have a federation and run it well. And I think there will be a difference by the time we start to stick to what the Constitution says we should do. That is the 1960 Constitution I'm talking about, not the 1979 or 1999.
The Constitution that they keep changing, and we don't even know the new laws that they are putting there. Although that's it. Now
they are amending and re-amending.
Now we'll go back to freedom. Talking about freedom, I know a couple of people that have been able to come out and air their views about the wrongdoings in the country, and their life is at stake. If the people that can come out to talk, you understand, are now risking their lives, do you expect people to still come out? You know, sometimes you hear that the critics say, you should not be scared of losing your life in the process. You have people need to die to save the country. But a lot of people have died. The country is still not safe. If I'm not,
we only have one life.
Yes,
we only have one life. Take a look at what happened during the NSAS protest in 2020.
2020 is even far.
During the NSAS in 2020. See what happened.
Evelyn, the recent one that happened last year, I went there. In fact, I said to myself, God, what took you to this place, Mary? What would you have said? When these people started shooting, like they were shooting, they really don't care whether it gets to you or not. So if anything happened to me, if I had even lost my life in the process, would that have been changed in Nigeria? Is it not for people to just come online and be posting souls that were lost during the NSAS bad governance protests? Is that what will use and pay me?
And that is it.
You got my point. So he was telling me that people should not be scared of their lives. People should come out, you understand, and fight for the betterment of Nigeria. But I've sat down, I've thought about it. There have been people that have died trying to help the country. During the NSAS, did people not die? People died.
Yes.
So what is happening?
And what has changed?
Nothing. Yes. Now you talk about people dying. Yes, if you talk about people dying, before South Africa got their freedom, a lot of people died.
Then it
A
was
lot of
even
people
just
died.
Yahoo. Then it was even
Prominent
just
people.
Yahoo. Now the Yahoo has
Mandela
upgraded.
went to jail for 27 years.
Now,
He
now
didn't
we
change
no
his
longer
mind.
have Yahoo. What we have now is rituals. We are young boys kill their fellow human, which is young girls. Remove some parts in their body, make them run mad. Useless these people just to make money. So what has changed? It's even getting worse.
It's terrible.
It is getting yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Where did that idea come from? Rituals. Where did it come from to make money? I mean, I don't understand.
And
Does
that
it
is the
really
story,
work?
and that is the story in Anambra State. Although I really don't want to
It's
talk too much
diabolic.
about that story in Anambra. You know, the governor came out and said, like all this traditional practice, the native doctor and everything, he want to abolish it in Anambra State, and that is where you now see that different native doctors now grant interview. Our native doctors, they have now globalized to social media people. They now come out to a kind of criticize the governor for saying it. Although a lot of people didn't find it funny, they said everything he's doing is political. He wants to gain followers from the church, maybe because during election he believes church people will vote him in. Now, some of these native doctors, although it was Igbo dialect they were using, they were saying that before church came in, they have been practicing the tradition. So people should not abolish the tradition for church. But I can't understand for me why the governor is doing this thing. It is some of these native doctors that actually push these people to go and bring these body parts in order to help them make money. If not, I don't know if you heard about some of them that are in prison now because of the allegation, right? Just like you said, social media is saying allegedly. There's an allegation that
Allegedly.
they push young boys to go to go into maybe killing and removing maybe the head of a human a human or some part of their body in order for them to make money. And this killing has been ongoing in Anambra State. This said the governor has not been taking any action about it. And now that he's coming out to take action, people are still fighting him. So sometimes I don't really know what we want. Anambra State got to a point where it is not free, it is not safe for people to go in. People want to celebrate their marriage, they can't go to their village. They want to celebrate maybe they have a burial to travel home for. They can't go to their villages for burial. You understand? It's that bad. There are some roads that are restricted that you cannot pass. Young boys killing,
Yes.
anyhow, shooting and all of that. So it's looking like, what's the governor doing? A young person for that matter. What is Soludo doing as the governor of Anambra State? He needs to be up and doing. Although maybe the way he came up, his decision might not really be right, but he felt that it is these native doctors that are worsening the situation. Because if they are saying that you have to use human parts to make money, then you know that the killings will rise. Because now you need to you are just like you have a tax. You need to bring somebody. You understand? You need to bring somebody to achieve a particular thing. And now he's saying, let's abolish the whole native doctor thing. I don't want it in my place. And that was when he came out and said, okay, any of the native doctor that can disappear from the prison, the person can go. If you can disappear out of the prison, you can go. As funny as it is, you get Srtv coming out to fight him and saying, no, 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 it's not like that. The eastern region as a whole, look at the killing in different parts of Nigeria. Before you hear Jos. If it's not Benue, it is Kaduna. If it is not Kaduna, it is one northern state. Now, can you even go to the east? East, is it
Benue
safe?
State.
Is that bad?
The situation in the East in particular, I think there's initially, because of the IPOB issue, a lot of killings were taking place because restrictions were here and there by the youth who were aggrieved about what is happening to their leader. But recently, the native doctors, these native doctors are wretched. I don't know if they cannot help themselves. Who will believe that we will tell you to go and bring a human part and that will make you
It's
rich?
supposed to be
Like
Yahoo,
he
but it's
himself.
no longer Yahoo. Yahoo, this one is no longer Yahoo. This is ritual. They're supposed to be
Yeah.
Yahoo. It's no longer Yahoo. It is not
The
ritual.
native doctors, they know the danger in it. I think that is the reason why they are not involved.
But can we agree that
know the
now they
danger.
contribute?
Why
They contribute.
is it that it is now that it has blown out of proportion, so to say. Have we not been, we've had native doctors right on time. Whether they
That
are
is what they are.
native doctors or traditional medicine practitioners, they have been with us all the time. Why is it now that ritual killing for money has become the order of the day? I don't
The
understand,
ones
honestly.
that came out,
The
the ones that
country
came
is
out to
getting
speak
tougher and tougher.
said, the ones that came out to speak said that real native doctors, right, do not encourage you to kill somebody. Oh. You understand? Maybe you have a problem and you want it to be solved.
That's
You
what
want
they
to be
say.
sorted out. That is what,
That's
yeah,
what
that
they
is what
say
they say, that,
openly.
that they don't encourage killing and all of that. So
Behind
that anyone
closed
that
doors, they are
encourages,
the one doing the same killing.
yes, anyone that encourages killing is not a
Behind
native doctor.
closed doors, they are the ones. Yeah.
So how do you expect the governor to know the ones that are killing and the ones that are not killing? He said he wants to stop everything. And they were like, your forefathers, you understand, practice the
Yes. Yes.
traditional
It
thing.
will not be
They
easy.
were into the traditional thing. Before they gave birth to you, they were into the traditional worship. So why are you now coming out to say you want to send them away and all of that? But how can he be able to point out the ones that are doing this killing? Because this thing is no longer Yahoo. Young boys. You saw the video of the two guys that were caught that time after they succeeded in
Yes.
killing the person.
Yes.
You know my problem? They must have succeeded in doing their evil, their atrocities before they will be caught. They have already killed the people
Yes.
after they've killed the person before they were caught.
Yes,
So I
that
cannot
is what happens now. It is after the crime has been committed that they are caught.
I cannot really say it's medicine after death though. If they can stop it from now, it's still a good one. Sometimes you come, you see mother, father, children that was killed. What are you using all these people to do? What kind of money do you want to make?
Yeah.
You understand?
The icing on the cake will be when some of these people come and show us this is what I have done with the money I got from so and so ritual. That is when we will believe
They
that there
don't
is so
do.
much money in the whole business.
They
If
don't do
not, I
anything.
don't know.
They don't do anything useful with that money. It's
Does
just
it worth taking
And
human
how
life?
much?
useless.
Then he came further to talk about that they don't want to see ladies parading around the streets of Anambra not wearing bra or pants. And a lot of people have been frowning at it, insulting the governor and all of that. So I don't really know what you will do. Why I'm saying this thing is we have been complaining that our leaders are really not working. I know that yes, Soludo needs to do more. There are other things they need to look into Anambra to develop the place.
There are
But
other
maybe
areas you should work at.
yes, maybe from his own point of view, he talk about people parading around the streets being naked. He's trying to a kind of gain sanity
Is
in
that
his.
the problem Nigeria is facing? Is that the problem the state is facing?
I
Why will we be
understand.
focused on that? We have more serious problems, more serious
Maybe,
issues to
maybe,
tackle.
maybe he felt that these are other things, or these are another reason why the men are being distracted. But one thing I know is whether you cover your head from head to toe, any man that is not focused is not focused. It's not about that one. Do you know that there are men that even if you are not dressed properly, they will not even look at you twice. Quote me anywhere. There are some men whereby you don't dress well. That is even when they will downgrade you. They will not even look at you like this one is a human. It's just for people that things like that
If he
move. You
likes,
cannot tell me that
you should put the law of, if he likes, you should put the law of Jalabia. Every lady in the state should be putting on Jalabia. The men see through that. Men
that's what
of
I'm
these days,
saying.
they see through what.
I'm saying it is not every man that this indecent dressing will move. Whether you're not putting on bra or pants, it's not every man that it will move. In as much as he's trying to see how he can help the situation of the state. It is just the ones that the thing
That's
can
not
move
the
that
major problem.
the state already has a big problem. Insecurity.
Yeah.
This safety, I'm practically focusing on Anambra State because over the time, like the level of insecurity has been so alarming in the state. Before it was Imo State. I know when Imo State one like was so alarming, like it was so bad. And Anambra State has taken over in the east
Mary,
now.
it's not just in the east too. Even
No,
in
I'm
Delta
talking about
states,
I'm talking
they do
about
reports, yeah.
okay, Delta State. Yes, I do hear of Delta State as well. But you know that
Yeah.
Anambra, their killing is like in the news every time. If not this period that the governor started a kind of interfering in the whole situation. Before it looks like he was so quiet and people were coming for him. So like school children can't go to school in peace. There are roads that is
So what is
restricted, that
he
you
doing
can't go,
about it?
beheading children and all of that. According to him, he's working towards it, right? To see how he can stop the whole situation. But he
By
started with
stopping young ladies from getting indecent.
saying he wants to abolish native doctor. So what's your thoughts? Do you think the native doctor
That it will not
whole
be an easy battle.
saga is going to help? It's not going to help the situation. Is that what you're trying to say?
It's not going to help.
So a way to go around it is, let us have a register of all native doctors and let them be monitored, not just by security people alone, but by ourselves too, who live with them.
Yes.
Let us know who they are and the people who come to visit or to patronize them, and from there we will know what happens. And I think that will be a way forward, not just leaving them. Let us have a register of, if you say you're a native doctor or you are a traditional medicine practitioner, let us know. You get registered, then you are monitored. We know the people who come to visit you. If they are Yahoo boys or whatever, or ritual killers, we know the kind of movement around your hospital, so to say. So that if anything happens, we know where it is coming from. I think that will be a way, that will be a way forward.
You know that is even the worst thing to do. Who is going to monitor you? The person you keep to monitor them, and they start bribing the person. Will the person still talk? If you can buy somebody,
Well,
don't you know you can
then,
if I can
how
buy
do you
you,
get around it if you are bribed?
if I can buy you,
Not
I
just
can
one
control.
person.
If you keep a security
It
there
will
that you're
not
not
be an
paying
easy
well,
thing to do.
and these people with their own blood money, their own ritual and all of that, the kind of money they'll give to you will be in
Yeah.
millions. You
They
know
make
fully well. So
money.
they carry bag of money and give to you, sir. Do you think you can come out and speak, or you start to work with them?
No, we know that
It depends. It depends.
some of the community this thing is even happening. Even the community, the ruler knows about it. The community people they know about it.
And they keep quiet because
Yes,
they
they
need their
keep
money.
quiet. Some of them is not even because of the money, they are scared. There are forces that follows behind those people. They are scared to speak.
If you say these people should start confessing, if they tell you people that are part of these things, if they tell you people that have collected shares in one way or the other in these their evil atrocities, you'll be so shocked. You know that the heart of human, right, is full of mystery. The evil in the heart of a man is too much. The way we place money as a priority is why we have a problem. And that is why even the judiciary in your own country, Nigeria, the legislature, people that are supposed to fight for us, they bought them. What did I say? If I can buy you, I can control you. So now they bought them, and that is why they cannot stand up to even speak the truth. And let me tell you, tomorrow the president cannot stand up and say, I want to sack the chief judge, the executive, and all of that. You cannot even sack them because a lot of truth will be unfold. If we are doing evil together, tomorrow I cannot come out and say I want to a kind of cast you to the people. Do you know why? Because we've been working together. That is why the evil keeps eating deep into our society. Nothing is getting better. Nothing. Why I'm so concerned about Anambra own is they're not telling you that terrorists came in, maybe invaded a family, killed them. No, it's ritual killings, ritual killings. If you go to Benue State, you hear that maybe a particular community, terrorists invaded the place, killed the people there, destroyed their farmland. Same with Jos, same with Kaduna. But have you heard of that kind of thing in Anambra State? Anambra State own is ritual killing, beheaded, someone beheaded, somebody's body parts got missing. Students coming from the school, they were killed. Is that not so sad? So how can you comfortably stay in that kind of place? That is the safety I'm talking about.
That is
We are not
alarming. If the governor is not doing anything, we ourselves we should take caution.
And don't move about anymore.
Yes.
Then the time he came out, I was thinking he would say security will be all over the villages, the places that are bushy, because you know Anambra State is another place that has so much bush. The places that are bushy, let securities flood all over the place. No, what I'm hearing is they want to stop
We don't have that number of security men to go into every bush in anywhere.
These
The
people are they
people
not
who live in the
collecting money for
community,
security? Are they not collecting money for security?
the people who
Does he
live
not
in the
have enough
community are those I mean, I don't think there's any community in Anambra State or even in other places where we don't have vigilantes. They are there. They are there.
But are they
Only
enough?
they are not, maybe they are not well armed as the people. Whether
Are
they
they
are
enough?
not, they
They
can.
can create gangs for themselves.
Well,
You know, one thing is,
how many people
one thing
really
to have,
invade villages to do the killing?
it is one thing to have vigilantes. If you are not paying them well, they cannot function well. That's the truth. But I believe that as our
It
governors
will take a
collect
collaboration
money,
between the local vigilantes and the normal security people. If not, if you want to leave everything for security men alone, then we will not get anywhere.
I don't know if you
Even
saw
the
the
youth
video
can
where
organize it.
the late Dora Queen, when they shot her husband in Anambra State. Okay, somebody that was shot.
That was not in the village. That was in broad daylight
That's what I'm saying.
close to
No, I'm
Onitsha.
driving at a point, sir. They shot this guy. They
Yes,
shot this man in his car, and people were making videos of it.
yes.
Sad.
That was not ritual killing.
That's what I'm saying. Insecurity. It's
It
not just
was
about ritual killing.
calculated.
Insecurity. They shot the man. You heard what I said? They
Yes.
shot the man, and somebody was making video of it. I did not say they beheaded him or they removed. They shot him in his car. Look at the way he was. He was just like this. You see the bullets here. You understand? And blood flowing down from his head. And somebody had in mind to be making videos at the process. Everything is not content.
People are scared. People are scared to go close.
Everything is not content. And that was why when
This
the
is
daughter
gunshot.
that is based in the US,
If you should rush someone like that to the,
you said what?
if you should rush someone like that to the hospital, you might even get arrested. I said people are scared to go close because it's gunshot. So if
it still boils down to insecurity I'm talking about, because Benjamin talked about maybe if we can get vigilantes, they'll be looking and everything. If we have that security in the country, with that kind of scenario happen, because it did not happen inside the village, although in Anambra State, but if there was security in the state, with that kind of scenario happen, it did not happen in the night though, daytime. So what kind of sad situation is that one? It's just so sad. Because when his daughter made the speech that she made that time, when I was reading it, like I felt so bad. We don't have security in the country, but now if you see all these local government chairman in that state, maybe all these people that have one position or the other in that state, if you see where they are moving with convoys, then you don't know that there's enough security in Nigeria. But why can't they guide the people? I'm talking about the people, the safety of the people. Why can't we put that same energy in guiding the people?
the people are even scared
But
of the people
yes,
in position to even guide them,
it is even now that the whole ritual killing starts to
because
reign.
many of them
We
are
are
the ones committing the crimes. When you
Anambra
spoke
State
about
started with
vigilantes, some of these vigilantes in the community, some of these vigilantes in the communities are the ones even robbing in the community.
Anambra State started with shooting. Before it was just gunshot everywhere. You hear that somebody was shot. Then the next thing it upgraded to rituals, ritual killing, removing of body parts. But before it got to this stage, they have a governor. I felt like he should have done better at a point. He shouldn't have gotten to this stage where young boys now have so much power to go and behead people in the state. If you are given a mandate to be a governor, to be a local government chairman, it's not just to focus on the money you will get. There are still other things you need to look into. If everybody in that state, if you start killing everybody in that state, who is he going to rule as the governor? I'm not saying Enugu State is safe. Enugu State is even worse.
Yeah.
You see the story of a copper that they actually used flies because she was scared of insecurity.
What
So
about the
what's the
boy?
did she not still die? You get my point. Every state has, before I was even saying the western state is better. They were not having these killings and everything until I started hearing about the western states, how they invade their farmlands, kill the farmers, destroy their crops. So these people, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
So that energy that we're using to pack
The
one
kidnapping
and
is rampant in the West too.
Yeah, they're using to pack more than 50 security in one state. Can we split them for the people? Do you know that sometimes
Mary, do you know that this killing, this young boys killing, you know that sometimes it's not from themselves, they have been sent. There are stronger power backing them. That's why you see some of them, they go scot-free after some time when they are being caught in that act. So if you're asking
imagine
yourself, why has this issue not been resolved? For some of this killing, these diabolic things happening around, it's from higher forces, like the higher place. There are some, I don't want to, let me use the word allegedly. There are some leaders who are behind these people, some power who are behind these people, sending them to do this killing. That's the reason why it cannot be totally stopped.
Well,
you
let
know
us look for these leaders who are sending them. And then we get
they
these
go
leaders, we will have gone a
they,
long way
That's
in
why,
checking it.
I'm
that's
talking
why I
about
say
the one that
allegedly.
I'm talking about the one that even happened close to Abuja here, not even far. Then they go to school in a broad daylight. You know, when we talk about school, you know that it did not happen in the night. On the daytime, they went to school. Do you know that these were picking from class to class? Just one, just two, just three. Then the seniors, SS1, SS2, SS3.
Can
How?
you
You
imagine?
pack
Can you
these
imagine?
people in a daytime. No security could do anything. Then you pack them and took them to bush. At least the girl that came out to testify, I think she
Broad
stayed for like,
daylight.
that's what I'm saying.
That's what tell you the one strong backing.
Then she began to tell her story. Her own is that she was
There,
even lucky.
there's a higher force behind them.
She stayed for like 2 months plus. Then the other guy that stayed for almost a year came out to still talk about the whole story. If they tell you the story, do you know that they, according to her, they brought them there and they make calls. There are people that they work for. They make calls like, okay, well, these people are here. All this. So who is
Yes.
that person that they're calling? Who is the person that they are calling? Then you tell them to go and fetch stream
That
water
is
and
that is
drink.
where
They drink stream water.
and drink.
Nigeria, are we getting better? Students, you sent your children to school and you cannot really be bold to say you are sure they will come back. These were students that stayed in the kidnappers' den for more than 1 year. Then some people died in the process. According to her, oh, she talked about one of her friend. That one was in GSS1. That one did not survive because when they asked them to cross through one river like that,
Oh
if
God.
your head if the river is beyond your head, if you cannot survive it, that's your own. So people that are taller, you understand, could survive, could pass through the
You
river.
drown.
So when they were trying to cross through the river, she was short. She was not, you understand, she was not like that big. They did not carry her. Oh. So she drowned inside. She died. They'll just leave you and go. They don't need to come back and check whether you survive or not. That was how they left her. So she could not make it. Some died in the process. Is that not somebody's child? What crime did she commit? She went to school. So how can we say that this country is in any way better? Is it even getting better? Why I'm using the student own is it is school they went to and it is the daytime. So how did they start doing their operation, gathering these
Yes.
people to the extent that they left that school premises, started taking them inside one thick bush and kept them there. Nobody could follow it, nobody could trace it, and they stayed there for as long as some people died, some people survived. How?
And it has been going on for a long while. Look at what happened in Benue State a few days ago. Some undergraduates of the Benue State University, some female, they just went to their hostel and took them away into the bush. And up till now, they have not been found. Eh?
What is paining me is
It's a
that you
terrible
will come and talk
experience
about this
to
thing. It's
just
looking like
go missing
these
like that.
things cannot be normal. These things cannot be normal. People are dying every day. Is it because if something does not affect you, you will not know how bad it is? It's because if it has not affected you or any member of your family, and somebody is coming out to say it looks like it's nothing, can we start thinking about what if this person is related to me? You are traveling, you are not even safe traveling.
Yes.
Do you know what the parents of these children must have been through? I'm talking about thousands of children that they packed. School children. You see, all the parents that even survive till they come. Some people, BP might even finish them. Then one person is having like more than 10 security. How? So what about the people? It's not like you will not tell me that that school does not have security. But do you know, you understand how school security is now? They will just look for me one old man and keep him at the gate. What can that person do? And the person will not even have any gun. They'll keep him at the gate with one stick. You will not sit there to open gate and close gate. What can that is the first person they will start beating first when they enter.
But if one governor's child is in that school, you see difference. You see security everywhere. They don't just care about the people. They care about themselves.
Instead of what has happened, instead of what has happened in schools, especially in the north, how many of those schools now have armed security men? I don't think any has up to now.
You kidnap students and you're asking for ransom. You kidnap students
From the
and you're asking
parents.
for ransom. Millions of naira.
From the parents.
Yeah, you go to all these mighty schools now that you know that is a big man school, not the ones that are struggling to survive. You know the kind of school you will go to. Then when they can't pay, you'll be saying, okay, let's kill this one so that
they're trying to prove a point. Sometimes they just want to prove a point to the government. You think you have tight security, but we are trying to show you that you've done nothing.
Funny enough, she made one comment.
Now let us look at another angle. Why do these people?
Sorry?
Let us look at another angle of it. Why do these people kidnap? What do they use the ransom money for? They live in the bush. What do they really use the money for?
She said that one of them was saying that, please, that it is their money he wants to use and buy back. That is his own turn to buy bike. Bike, you know, bike now. Bike that they ride. Yes, that they should better comply. That is his own turn to buy
motorcycle.
Bike. So yes, so they are as many as they are. They share it. This particular set that you kidnap, you collect millions of naira, but inside the money they'll just buy bike for you. So who is getting the higher share? They are working for somebody. Then you kidnap people just to get bike. That is his own turn to get bike.
Yes.
And you want them to make sure they remit that money this week so that you can buy bike. It's his own turn. How? Is this not even shameful?
So by the time you buy the bike, you leave the kidnapping work.
How did they wash your brain? How did they wash their brain to know that you kidnap people so that you get your own share to buy bike? People's life. How? And they were threatening to even kill someone.
And it won't end there.
By the time you have seen that kind of big money, you do not leave the business anymore.
No, because from bike you want a car, right?
How much will the bike give you in return?
No, the people that send them get the higher share. You don't understand. Some of them were even saying that the sometimes when they do that, when they go on that particular job, they succeed to get people. Their share sometimes might be just 100,000, some 80,000, and they do the main job. So there are people that actually collect the millions of naira because they don't send to their account.
Yes. Their bosses those are their leaders now. You know.
Maybe send them like small share of money to buy bike for themselves, so they are happy, and you feel like my life is now good. This is what you are working for. They brainwash you to make you hate on your fellow human just because you want to get bike. As shameful as it is, we need to do better.
It is terrible.
I cannot say it is illiteracy that is causing this one. It is greed.
Plus illiteracy too. Because if you look at where this whole thing is predominant, illiteracy is high there. That is the truth.
Lack of sense, lack of right information. Because if we get the right information, we know that we need to do better in the country to help save our own lives. These people are using them to get to the people.
It all boils down to the situation of the country. Because if you see a young boy who cannot be able to go to school, the parents can't afford taking him to school, and then he's hungry, and you bring him this opportunity and say money is the root of all evil. You tell a young boy you'll be getting millions by doing this. What other choice does he have? He'll be willing to do it. What if the economy is good, the situation of the country is good, That is when conscience will come in. The person will feel, I feed, I go to school. Why should I do something like this? But it's also the situation of the country that drives them to do things like that as well. No job, unemployment.
Honestly, we need to do better. Okay, let's see one of the papers before we end the show. Daily Trust. The big story of the Daily Trust says gunmen abduct four female varsity students in Benue State while laid on bail for studies. Protest on campus, school closed. Nigerian reserve drops by $2.2 billion as federal government defends naira. Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso exit from ECOWAS, increasing burden on military coming from Air Chief. Top military officers among 46 killed in Sudan plane crash. And that story is on page 2 of the Daily Trust. Man back 6 months for stealing chicken on page 17. Tax reform. Sahara Council, FCT imams. Yadudu reject inheritance law. VAT hike on page 27. Dangote reduces petrol price to 825 naira. APC passes vote of confidence on Tinubu and Ganduje on page 18. And these are all the stories we have this morning on the Daily Trust. But I actually had to look into the paper is still talking about security. Now you see that 4 female students, right, were still abducted in Benue State. Same thing I'm saying. It was even different from the story I was telling here. So we are not getting better. If we are saying this story now at look at the down of the Daily Trust paper that is saying man bags 6 months for stealing chicken, but people that steal the main money, we don't send them to prison. Is that even fair? We are leaving people that are stealing the main money, the one that is affecting us. They are going scot-free. Nothing is happening to them, and we are sending people that stole only chicken.
They'll tell you to bring proof. What proof do you have that they are stealing the money? But this man has been caught red-handed stealing chicken.
Nigeria,
Well,
we need to do
that is not to say there are some ex-governors who have been jailed for stealing after they left power. So it is not as if it's a blanket cover if you are a big man. Or if you are, there are some ex-governors who have gone to jail. I hope you know that.
You said, sorry, come again.
They've gone to jail, and did they recover all the food?
I said yes. There are some ex-governors who have been jailed for stealing. So it's not as if it's only the poor man who steals 500 naira that is jailed.
If there is enough proof, and they're out of power. Do you see about them? How many of them are
proof? That is the thing now.
If there is
proof.
Oh my God.
If you have proof, if you expect proof, it becomes an allegation, allegedly. It becomes. If there's no proof, it's an allegation. If you don't prove it in court,
if they settle them, then they will not allow them to go. Let's not even go there.
Yes, it's possible that they are settled. It's possible. Yes.
When we come back, we continue with the review of the newspaper. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this quick break.
Find your sanctuary in the heart of the city. Live the life you deserve in an exquisite apartment. SRTV Luxury Shortlet Apartment, Lagos, is a place where your comfort is rest assured. Welcome to SRTV Shortlet Apartment, part of the prestigious SRTV Real Estate family. Why choose us? Prime location, nestled in the heart of Lagos, close to key attractions, business hubs, and vibrant nightlife. Modern interiors, fully furnished, stylish apartments designed to provide the ultimate comfort. Luxury redefined, vacation perfected. 24/7 security. Enjoy peace of mind with round-the-clock security and CCTV surveillance. Top-notch amenities, high-speed Wi-Fi, smart TV, air conditioning, fully equipped kitchen, and lots more. Perfect for business travelers, family vacations, romantic getaways, special events, and more. Book your stay today and experience Lagos like never before. Call +234 8143 582856 or +447 4388 190, or email us at realestate@superiorradiotelevision.com. SRTV Chocolate Apartment, where comfort meets luxury.
Welcome back, viewers, from that quick break. We're still on the show, Wake Up Nigeria. And we're in the newspaper review segment. And today's topic is freedom and safety. We'll be talking about Nigeria, how unsafe the country is, and how we lack freedom in the country. Okay, so Benjamin, we're talking about that people that if we find governors that are faulty, they'll be arrested. Please, how are you sure that they've not been proved? And these people, right? Okay, sorry to say. How are you sure that all the while that you said this governor, right, were arrested? How are you sure that there was any proof? How are you sure that there was any proof?
The ones that have been arrested,
Yes.
the ones that were
Because I
jailed,
can't.
or the ones that were not jailed.
Is there anyone that have been jailed? Because the ones that I've seen so far is when they take them,
Yes,
then the
right?
next thing. Where is Okowa? Where is Yaya Bello? Where are they?
Okowa's case has not gotten to that level. The EFCC or whoever, they are still investigating based
So
on the
this one that
allegations against him.
this one that still
There's something concrete. There's something concrete to hold on to. You don't just take him to court. If you take him to court and you don't have evidence, the judge will free him. So until there's something concrete, that is why it is still like that.
this one that
That is
still
what I believe. I
this
don't
one
know.
that still
I don't know whether anything has gone on the ground, but
this one that still yam in the markets or still chicken, has he got into that? Where you keep them in prison for 6 months? Has he got into that stage? The one that still the least Gary and
stealing.
can we start dealing with
Do we
people
say
that
because he stole a chicken?
yes, we need proof. Let's start dealing with people that steal trillions of naira, billions of naira. Can we focus on them and start leaving
So the
people that
person
are
who steals
hungry?
the chicken should be free.
And start leaving people that are hungry that
Are you
need
saying
food.
the
Let them eat first. Let them eat and stop thinking of how to steal. We are talking about people that are comfortable.
So many people are hungry.
by the
Should everybody start stealing?
by then you say because the person stole to eat, he should be free. Then from there we will graduate to something else. We will go to the bank and steal.
People that can feed a particular community that are still stealing. What are we calling that one? The height of what? People that can feed a particular community, but they are still stealing. What are we calling that one? Compared to those that don't have at all. I'm not justifying that in any way.
Stealing from where?
The main people that are stealing. Why are we not doing anything about it? We know people that are looting money in this country, and even though that they claim to say, okay, we cut this one and then we are able to retrieve some amount of money from them. What did they use the money to do? Is there any level of transparency? Do you know what they use the money for people that they caught that stole money, people that looted money, and they say they caught this person, they have arrested this person, and they retrieved some amount of money from the person? What have they been doing with the money? Because we are still in debt. In fact, and we are still even planning to borrow. Nigeria is in a big mess. Honestly.
Corruption has eaten deep.
That is the transparency that is not in our government.
Yes.
It's not there. The transparency is not in our government. That is
fighting corruption.
Another issue entirely.
Then you collect money from a particular maybe governor or leader of one constituency or other. Then you collect the money and you're not telling us what you are doing with the money. How? Then we say things are getting better. How is it getting better? The only thing we know is when we see somebody that went to steal pot of soup, we arrest them, we beat them, in fact, we kill them. That's why we now know jungle justice. We now know that jungle justice exists. Somebody steal this 1,000 naira notes, you will kill them in the process. Well done, we are trying. We are doing better. Then you tell me that one governor or one ex-governor is under the immunity of one present governor. Because I'm under the immunity of a present governor, I cannot arrest the person. We are adjoining
There's
case,
no such,
adjoining
there's no
case.
such law.
You're telling me no proof? How? What are we saying? We cannot keep deceiving ourselves. Tell me you are under the immunity of one present governor as
There's no
ex-governor.
such thing. No.
It is.
There's no
Right,
government, there's no ex that is under
yes, all the while
immunity.
that I've been looking for Yaya Bello, that he was in the governor of Kogi State House. What did they say? Because he was under the immunity of the governor. What are we saying? And they could not
No,
do anything. They
if
left.
he was hiding there, was he coming out openly?
He was
Was he
there,
coming out
but he
openly in
was.
government house? If he was
But even,
hiding,
even,
if
even
he
when they
was
managed
hiding
to
in the
get,
toilet, how would you know?
even
Yeah?
when they managed, which one is toilet? Even when they managed to get him, what did they do to him? Nothing. So we'll keep bringing this story
It's
of
in court.
want to adjoin. No, people that
It's
are
in
stealing the
court.
money, can we start focusing our energy on them and start leaving people that are hungry? When people are hungry, you call them you call them all sorts of names.
They say now who they catch with thief.
It's just so annoying, no. Honestly, you see this Nigeria, I don't even know what to say right now. It's just so annoying. Please, what do you have to say before we end the show? Because it's just so annoying. There's nothing like freedom. There's nothing.
That's the way it is.
Corruption has eaten deep. Corruption has eaten deep. That's the reason why I said there should be governance reform, anti-corruption to look in. If there can be transparency over there, then things will start getting better. If they can strengthen the institutions.
There's no way there's no corruption. In China, let me give you an example with China. If you are caught in China, you are executed. If that kind of law is brought into Nigeria, maybe there will be a change.
Will they keep up with?
So I mean, corruption is all over the world, even in America, even in Britain.
I'm not saying that there's no
China,
corruption.
if you are caught, you are executed.
There's corruption in the
Nigeria,
world.
yes.
How is Nigeria following their own? Why are we celebrating
That is the thing.
thieves? I am not.
That
why
is
are we
the thing.
celebrating
If you are caught, if they put the law that if you are found guilty, you are executed. Maybe if you check the trend.
With the issue is, with the law stand, will it stand? Because when the table turns and
is there anything like rule of law? Fallacy. Is there anything like rule of law?
When the table turns and is someone in power that is guilty, then the law will not stand.
God bless you. Now you are going towards my direction, because I don't know, like Sir Benjamin is trying to paint the situation, which is I'm not finding it funny.
That is the way it is now.
The main thieves are celebrating them. You are telling me if Yaya Bello was
not everybody.
state governor for quite a long time. You understand? And they say because he was under the immunity. Like the story is paining me to hear.
No, there's no such thing. No, nobody came out to say he was under the immunity of a governor. Nobody came out to say that. I disagree.
Why could they not get him? Why could they not get him?
They would have gone to government house to start taking from room to room. Is that what they are saying? They would have gone to government house to start taking from office to office in Kogi, Lokoja. Is that what they are saying?
Now we cannot get him, but we can go to another country and kidnap somebody and bring them back and put them in our prison. So you don't know that anybody that the government wants to get that person, no matter where you are. What kind of thing is that one? Anywhere you are. But you will travel to another country, they will come there, arrest you, leave the government of that place, arrest you and come back to Nigeria and put you there. Then somebody's in Nigeria, you cannot get him. That's not true. It's not possible. They cannot deceive me. The only thing I'm just saying is that we should do better. No, that's it now.
What have we not been able to get the former petroleum minister, the woman, Desiani, if that is the trend, that you can go to another country and kidnap somebody.
Can we agree that if they want to get the person?
Why are we not going to bring Desiani back to Nigeria?
Why are we thinking it's difficult for them to get these people? Why are we thinking it's difficult for them to get these people?
Which people?
It's not difficult. Anybody that commits crime in this country, can we all agree that if these people want to fish you, they will? If they are not doing it, they are not just putting their focus there.
Oh God.
Yes.
It's not everybody who says. It's not everybody who says in government that is a thief. I want us to mix it up. It's not everybody who is in government who is a thief. And before you can prove that somebody stole something, you must have the evidence.
Do you remember the name of the second man? What's that his name? That was caught in Finland. He's still in Finland prison now. The other one also, the IPOB man. It
I
was in Finland they went to
Ekpa,
fish him. Simon
Ekpa.
Ekpa. It was in Finland they went to fish him. If
Yes.
he was even in Nigeria, they would still fish him out. If he was in Nigeria, they would have still fished him out. Why did Nnamdi Kanu leave Nigeria and they still caught him over there in Kenya? Anywhere you are, they will fish you out. I feel like if the government wants to do something about the situation, they will go extra mile to make sure they get it done. It's just that there are some people, right, that are under the mercy of the government. It is when this government leave, another one will come and start fighting these ones. Why are people defecting? You see somebody will defect from PDP to APC because you want to be under the mercy of the government.
APC to PDP.
APC to PDP.
When PDP comes to power now, you will see people defecting from PDP from APC to PDP. Why do you want to be under the mercy of the government and you are doing evil? It is well. I think this is a good place to wrap up the show because analyzing this.
Yeah, but before we wrap up, Mary.
Okay.
Before we wrap up, Mary, I want us to briefly comment on a story that is in many papers today. That is the Dangote fuel price reduction. It's in nearly all the papers. Dangote has reduced the price of petrol from its refinery up to 860 naira per liter.
Yeah, he tried, but it's still high to me.
Very high.
No,
very high.
And look at appreciate the one you see. Oh, is it in Nigeria? We have a problem of ourselves. Let's appreciate the one you see. He crashed you. Nobody celebrating.
If we start getting comfortable with this,
your so-called transporters, they will never reduce the price. Your so-called transporters.
Yeah, because it is still high.
It's still high.
It is still high.
Nobody has said anything about Dangote crashing the price of fuel. But if it's increased today, you will hear the noise everywhere. They'll be complaining, shouting up and down. The fuel price is high. But he crashed it, and everybody has been silent. The same amount they have been collecting is what they are still collecting. So what are we saying? Nigeria, are we not in a big problem? We ourselves are the problem of ourselves. When we keep the government aside, let's look at ourselves as a problem to ourselves. Sir Benjamin, I've never heard any driver celebrate the crashing of this price, even if it's a little. But if they increase it today, that's when you see there's no fuel. From year to year, they'll cover amounts for you. Why are we doing like this?
Yes,
Why are we behaving like
this? It's human nature.
Honestly, I totally
we are never satisfied.
It's human nature.
That's what I wanted to start this topic with. Is keep my eyes in the papers. That's even what is the big story. I think the big story on the Punch is even there as well. You understand? It's even the papers that are carrying news, they are carrying it. I wanted to hear it from one of the transporters. You will never hear anything. You never hear them saying anything. If anything goes high and they manage to reduce it, we will never celebrate it. We will never say, okay, let's reduce the price of this particular thing. At least that will be better for the people. No. Have you forgotten that things are getting high and salaries are not increased? People are not getting salary increments and things are getting high. Is that not? How do you want them to survive? Sometimes, if you're not paying transport to work, you might not really understand. I know how much I pay every day to the office and I go back. Because where I stay is not too close to the office. You understand? If you're in that kind of situation whereby you pay transport to come to your office, then you go back every day, you will understand. If your office is close to your house, then you are enjoying. So you can imagine when you remove your transport in a month, how much is your take home, in fact? These transporters need to do better. If they think they have a union, when anytime that they increase the price of fuel, you see them, they have a union. They will have uniform price. Uniform price everywhere.
Immediately.
They will double it. Evil. They will double it. Then when they crash the price, everybody will keep quiet. They'll be collecting that same amount. They'll be collecting that same amount. Oh my God.
Yes, I want to further say that in spite of the Dangote refinery and NNPC coming on stream, there are some people who still import petrol into the country.
There are people that does not want the petrol price to reduce at all. Can we agree? There are people that if they see a way that they can keep increasing it, they will. So that will now fall back to start shouting at the president. What about the marketers?
I see. Look at the story at the bottom. Nigeria's reserve drops by $2.2 billion as federal government defends naira. As long as we continue to import petrol, we continue to defend the naira. Which is why I don't know why the government is encouraging importation of petrol. That is the truth.
They are too dependent. Importation. They want to import everything into the country. Can we start by exporting things? Nigeria has so many things that can be exported.
Are we producing? Before we talk about exporting, are we producing? What are we even producing in the
We
country?
can, Nigeria is blessed. We can produce. God has blessed Nigeria like greatly. We can produce.
Are we even
But
working towards
this
that?
thing about importing,
Even the Dangote that is even crashing the price of fuel, do you know what he must have been facing? Do you think a lot of people are happy with it? Yes, it's sad. Do you think people are happy with his action? Even though it's for the common man, he's trying to help. Then the common man is still killing the common man. Honestly. Anytime we come out to complain about the government, let's also complain about Nigerian citizens. You have union of transporters that want to tell the drivers how much to pay. But that same union will not come back and tell them, can you reduce this, even if it's a bit? It doesn't work that way. In the market, you have people that knows that, okay, this price is uniform. They want to sell this food stuff in a uniform price. But those same people will never crash it. This is sad. And that is why
That's the truth.
that's another problem.
the art of
We are
stealing.
our own problem. That's another
The art-
problem we are facing in Nigeria.
yes,
We are
it
not
is.
united to help ourselves.
At all. Then do you
Selfishness
know,
has eaten deep.
can we agree that, do you know why we are united? Oh, this government is not doing well. Hey, you
Yes,
voted these
to
people
talk
to
bad
power.
against the
This
government.
government killing us. They'll be gisting inside the vehicle. It's my day-to-day life. Oh, sorry to say. It's something I experienced. Because when I close from office, I'll enter too. You'll be hearing the gist. This government. How long are they going to stay? They're not helping us. They're killing us.
Yes, now.
This one,
But
you know,
those who are benefiting, they will be shouting, government is doing very well.
then any day that particular thing that we're complaining, any day it's crash. Nobody will talk. Oh. Everybody will be busy in the car. Nobody talks again. If today, let me tell you, today they come and say fuel is maybe 1,002. Do you know you hardly see vehicle on the road? The
The
one you
country
see,
will be in chaos.
they will double the price. You've not listened to the news. You don't know what is happening. You cannot access fuel. Fuel is so difficult to get, and that's why we double the price. But when they crash it, nobody hear the news of this thing being crashed,
Yeah.
except on the media. Except on the media. So that's some people that did not hear this one that is crashed now. I don't know how they normally hear when it goes high. I don't know if it's a different media that they use when they announce the one that goes high. But the one that announced the one that comes down, it's a
When it
different
goes
media.
high, it starts affecting their business, so they get concerned.
Honestly, God bless you for bringing this topic. Very important. Since yesterday I saw it, I was like, today. Anyway, please, what do you have to say before I end this show? But if we start complaining of Nigeria problem, we'll not leave here today. Oh, because it's just so annoying. Honestly. So annoying. Sad.
We're talking about safety, freedom, and safety. So I feel instead of waiting on the government to come and give us safety, we should be our own safety, our brother's eye.
Yes.
In these communities, these villages, the places you mentioned, the killing is going on. If the community leaders can actually come together, make plans for the community to come together and organize the youths to also be in charge of protecting themselves, that will also help. And we should take caution in protecting ourselves. We, the young ones, when going out, we should inform our elders. It's an advice I'm giving to the young ones out there. Inform your elders where you're going to. And the night movement and all that, we should put an end to it. We should be careful, be observant whenever we go out. We should be watchful and study the environment. Any sign of danger, we should take ourselves out. That is something I want to advise the young girls out there.
God bless you. So Benjamin, what do you have to
Yes,
say?
I think even I said it all. Like I said a few days ago, security is everybody's business. Let us not say it is not my business whether it is happening in the next street or not. Let us all be security conscious all the time. And well, there are people who do their business in the night. And that is where the end they are living from. So I cannot say everybody should stay at home as from 7 o'clock. It's not possible. But we should be extra vigilant. And by the grace of God, we should always be aware of the fact that there are bad people in our midst. So we should be security conscious all the time. That is my last word. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And also for accident victims, at least we've experienced this thing more than even 2 times. You'll be going on the streets, you see accident that just happened. Instead of trying to help these victims, you start making videos of them. Is that a way of we helping people? This comes to safety. Somebody is actually unconscious, right? And as you're unconscious, you need help at that point. I'm talking about accident victims. Then you carry your
So
phone.
I feel they should work on the emergency lines. If you go out, you know, we have this number 911, you can call. They will respond like quickly. So do we have that in Nigeria? A number, emergency line you can actually call.
You cannot keep saying
Emergency line you can actually call.
about our fellow humans. People are dying. You are seeing blood gushing out of their body. You are making videos of them to post instead of to rush them to the hospital. Honestly, we need to just do better, because if Nigeria is good today, it will be comfortable for all of us to live in.
All of
If
us,
Nigeria
yeah.
is, it will be good for all of us. Let's not be in a country where people behave as they like. You take the life of your fellow human and you see it as a normal thing. Wickedness should not eat into our heads. So what about the future generations? If the country is like this at this time, how is it going to be like in 20 years to come? Are we seeing the future from what is happening recently? It means how many people will now remain to even live that time? Honestly. And it starts with the kind of leaders we have. We start from the electoral process. Knowing when and who to elect. You see that 2,000 naira that they will give to you during election, it cannot help you after the election. Sometimes what we even collect during that time, what people collect during that time, can only serve them for one day. Then you now suffer for 4 to 8 years. Are we still going to call this one illiteracy or lack of sense from people? Sometimes you know that, okay, this person merits to be here, but because the person is not giving you money, you can't put that person there. The position is now monetary. Should do better. Okay, viewers, this would be a good place to wrap up the show on the Wake Up Nigeria. Thank you so much, Evelyn. Thank you so much, Mr. Benjamin, for being on the show. Thanks
Thank
for your
you too.
contribution to the show.
Thanks a million.
I really appreciate it. Okay, viewers, don't forget to follow us on our social media page. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about Srtv, just like a chain. And don't forget to leave us with your thoughts. Let's get to know what you think about Srtv. See you again tomorrow on the Wake Up Nigeria show. I remain your girl, Mary Valize. Bye.
Find your sanctuary in the heart of the city. Live the life you deserve in an exquisite apartment. Srtv Luxury Shortlet Apartment, Lagos, is a place where your comfort is rest assured. Welcome to Srtv Shortlet Apartment, part of the prestigious Srtv Real Estate family. Why choose us? Prime location, nestled in the heart of Lagos, close to key attractions, business hubs, and vibrant nightlife. Modern interiors, fully furnished